you guys. So I hope that you're having an amazing day. Um, I want to first introduce myself because I do post on here quite frequently, but I also have people that are newer to my network here, and I don't think I've ever really properly introduced myself to anyone on here. I think I just put content out, but I want to take a pause and kind of take a couple of steps back and do that. And then I have a few things I'd like to share with you in addition to that. All right. So I'm Tiffany Williams. I am an author of, let's see, a couple of books. So here's one. Is This Thing On? Your super simple guide to planning, launching, and scaling a podcast. So this one, the book has about 6, 7 chapters in it, and it has lots of explanation and detail as it pertains to podcasting. And it kind of is a merger between business development 101 and podcasting 101, if you will. And then along those same lines, a similar title. This is a different version of the book, if you will. It's more like a Cliff Notes version. So for those who don't really want to read a lot of detail and a lot of chapters, this one is a really colorful, very vibrant version that basically is just action-based. It just has a lot of just tell me what to do, and it's pretty cool too. It's almost like a workbook form. And then lastly, or not lastly, but one of the other ones is a project manager a task tracking tool. I'll get it out in a second. And it is pretty much like a project management notebook. So it just kind of helps you keep all your ideas and your budget and your delegation type of notes somewhere where things are orderly. So all your thoughts, all your ideas, all the things, all the action items, all the goals for the project, all the things are in one place. So there's that. So there's like a full type of detailed book, Cliff Notes version, and a project management tool. But the baby of the bunch is this it's something that sits on your desk. I call it the desktop action and accountability tool. And it is similar to the Cliff Notes version, if you will. The idea is to flip a page a day and it'll give you a task to do or something to think about as you are building your personal and professional brand. And I say building, I guess maybe I should use the word developing your personal and professional brand. But all that being said, I utilize the books that I have written as the basis for my own programming. And I partner with organizational leaders. I come into groups and organizations and companies, and I provide training and development services. So I'm an outsourced training and development provider. So that looks like cohorts and groups, workshop facilitation, keynote speaking, online courses, and things like that. All right. So now that we have all that out of the way, the purpose of what I do, because there's all kinds of training and development that's available, right? So what I do, or my training and development, is basically, it is based on self-discovery, just kind of going inward and trying to, just kind of trying to get to know self, trying to process what your purpose may be. So pursuing your purpose, taking inventory on lived experiences and acquired wisdom and knowledge, and just trying to figure out who you are, how your passions, how your gifts, how your profession, how what you discover your purpose to be can kind of all merge, if you will, into this sweet spot. So that you figure out where should you be in the marketplace and in the workplace, so that you can feel good about whatever it is that you get to do each day. All right. And so we kind of do some self-discovery. We seek purpose. And from there, once we figure out who we are and what it is that we've been purposed to do, we try to get in alignment with our assignment so that we are doing what we're supposed to do. We don't want to be way over in left field, operating in something that we're not best suited for. And so when we figure out what we've been purposed and fashioned to do, we began to figure out what should be the strategy, what should be the platforms to execute, to do that thing. You know, who are we? Who have we been created to serve? What role should we really be in? And all those things. And so that leads us, when we talk about that, we talk about what is our purpose? What should we be doing? What have we been really specially gifted to do? What are our passions and all those things? When we figure all that out, and then we talk about, okay, well, what platform should I use as the vehicle to kind of get this message out? A lot of times that looks like, in addition to whatever else, a couple of really basic and fundamental ones would be helping to get your message out to the masses through, of course, your social media pages and accounts, but also writing a book, also planning and launching and scaling a podcast, also maybe doing some speaking, if you will, or being a leader of some sort, or not. That's not for everybody, but that's what I do. I kind of help people sort through those kinds of things. And so my books are designed to kind of help you walk through those phases, determining who you are, what your brand should be, what does it look like, you know, how are we going to get that message out, how are we going to execute, how are we going to touch the hearts and the lives of those who have been assigned to our life, and so on and so forth, right? So that being said, I want to do like a little excerpt or two from my books so that you can kind of get a sample of what you can expect if you were to have a copy, okay? So again, this is the Is This Thing On desktop action and accountability tool. All right, so we flip the page, and so one of the pages here looks like this. And it says, what is your purpose, your why in becoming a podcaster? And so I would love for you to answer that question. What would be, if you were to want to share your message with the masses, if you have a message that you like to share, if you have a certain group of people that you would love to help support, encourage, because of whatever lived experiences you have, or whatever your profession is and you're really good at and you want to help others. And would that be for personal or professional reasons, or a little bit of both, a hybrid, you know, of both, a combo of both? I would love to know. What would be the purpose of you writing a book or launching a podcast or doing some speaking or whatever? Would it be for personal or professional, or a little bit of both reasons? That's my question for you. Okay. And so again, you would find that prompt here in my little tool. There's more meat to this. This is just one of the little things I wanted to ask, is to kind of get people thinking. And so I'd love to know. So if you would, just in the chat, in the comments, share, let us know. Would it be for business purposes, personal purposes, or a little bit of both, that you would launch a podcast, write a book, or do a little bit of speaking, if you could, or if you do? All right, let me know. All right, thanks so much, and have the best day.